they're like, aren't you the CEO of like a water company? I'm like, yeah, but I like to, get in here and really understand and really start it, kickstart it so that then I hire people that are better than me.
You've hired a lot of people in the last number of years. What are some guidelines that you give as far as to people that are looking to hire maybe their first leadership team?
Well, I think I've always had this theory that that understanding sort of what you're like really good at doesn't mean that you can't touch other things in the company. So what I always explain to entrepreneurs is that, something as basic as like a balance sheet, really understanding every aspect of the company, I think is really important. Even when we're innovating, we just did a hand sanitizer, and, as I'm calling like different plants and talking to people, they're like, aren't you the CEO of like a water company? I'm like, yeah, but I like to, get in here and really understand and really start it, kickstart it so that then I hire people that are better than me. So don't be afraid to like roll up your sleeves and get a little dirty in the process, but then also hire people that are better than you. Because so often, and I think this really holds true for even non-C-suite people, like you end up thinking like, I'm going to hire people that can do the job that I don't want to, versus actually hiring people that are actually, better than you, that you look up to, that you respect. It doesn't matter about their title. It matters about like what they're really good at, what they're passionate about. And so I think that that's true for our entire, not just the C-suite, but also our entire team. I mean, I really encourage all of our managers to hire people that know more than they don't, because I think that that's where people get not only frustrated with their team when they're hiring people where like, I always have to tell them what to do every single day, right? Like nobody likes to do that. But in addition, it doesn't allow you as a manager to go and do other things and keep learning. And that's, another aspect that I talk about in the book too, that, I think that burnout and anger and maybe even mental health to some extent really starts with the fact that people just get tired of like constantly teaching, right? And sometimes, and if we could look at management as a dialogue, and that it's not just about you being at the top of the heap, or having managers at the top of the heap instead, and teaching all day long, that's exhausting, right? Instead, trying to figure out like, how do you create engagement by allowing people to actually do other things in the company that maybe are outside of their wheelhouse, that are interesting, right? Like that they like allows them to kind of explore and get outside of their element and be a student a little bit. And I think like that's what we've done in our company with, a number of different people. And it ends up when people have done that, they are not only more engaged and sort of better employees, but they're also just happier and more likely to really kind of, just be happier in life, I believe.